how are you? Today we are going to discuss a new chapter in a chemistry. Okay? Today we are going to discuss new chapter in chemistry. In a chemistry, what we did or we mix two things. One is element 1 with element 1 with element 2. Okay, what do we do? Element 1 in chemistry, what we do? We mix element 1 with element 2 and we get the compound. Okay, and we mix compound 1 with compound 2. What we get? We get mixture if it is in solid. And we mix compound 1 with compound 2 if we have compound 1 is generally solid or we have compound 2 is liquid. Then what we get? We get mixture and we gave a name for this type of solution. Mixture is solution. Okay, in a solution, one compound is less in amount and another compound is large in amount. In a solution, the compound which is less in amount we call solute, and the compound which is large in amount is called solvent. Okay, we have solute and solvent, and we mix solute in a solvent, we get the solution. For example, we mix milk in a water, we get milky water solution. And we mix water in a milk, what we get? Milk, water in a milk. So milkman do this, but the milkman never knows the chemistry behind it. Okay, if we mix sugar in water, then we get sugar solution. If we mix salt in a water, then we get salty water solution. And salt is small amount and water is large in amount, then we get the salty water solution. If it is mix salt, if water mix in a salt means the salt is large in amount and water is trace in amount, then what we get? We get the moisture containing salt, means in the rainy season we get like this. Okay, and if we mix sand in a water, we get sand water solution. If we mix tea leaves in sugar solution, then what we get? We get a cup of tea. Okay, and if we mix sugar in a milk, we get sweet milk solution, sugar milk solution. And if we mix coffee powder in a sugar milk solution, what we get? We get a cup of coffee. It is very fascinating to know. Generally we mix two or more than two things, we get something new. Okay, and in the chemistry point of view, we have solute of gas and solvent also we have a gas. Then what we get? Oxygen and nitrogen mixture. And if we have a solid and a solid, solute also have solid and solvent also have solid, then what we get? Alcohol in water means alcoholic water solution. And if we mix solid with solid, what we get? We get alloys. If we mix copper with zinc, the brass, copper, zinc and nickel, it gave name the German silver. Copper and tin, bronze, copper and gold mix, then copper gold alloy. Generally it is used, copper gold alloy generally used to make jewelries and ornaments, etc. Okay. And if we mix liquid in a solid, means liquid is trace amount and solid is considerable amount. Okay, then what we get? We have mercury in sodium. What we get? Sodium mercury, sodium amalgam. Okay, it is a reducing agent. And if we mix gas in a solid, means gas is a trace in amount or small in amount, the solid is large in amount. What we get? We get H2PD, hydrogen with palladium. It is also a reducing agent. Okay, it is also a reducing agent. And it is a very most important thing. It is very fascinating to know, if we mix solid in a solid, means a particular example, just like a sodium in a potassium, what we get? Sodium potassium alloy. After mixing of this, we get small droplets, means it converts. After mixing of two solid, we get a liquid solution, and or we can say a liquid mixture. This type of mixture or solution used in superconductor magnet, supermagnetic field. By using the electricity, we make super magnet. So in a cooling system, in a cooling reagent, it is used in a cooling reagent, and it is used in a cooling reagent. Okay, and if we mix gas in a liquid, means oxygen in water, oxygen in water, means it is also called biological oxygen demand, means how much oxygen dissolved in seawater or the river water. Okay, and in a cooling system, it is very fascinating to know for us. It is very fascinating, just like okay, if we mix solid in a solid, mean sodium and potassium mixture used as super conducting coil cooling agent. Okay, and if we mix liquid in a liquid, just like glycol in water, then we get also a type of mixture or a solution. But this solution have some unit, mean the 35% solution. This cooling reagent, this is also a cooling agent used in automobile, automobile cooling, automobile used in automobile engine. Okay, so in the next video lecture we will discuss types of